After.
Welcome to Ambassadors in Motions. We have our Mentor Monday, May 24th, 2024. And like every Monday, we have the privilege to have a mentoring for 1 hour pioneers and for life. A person with dedication, passion, caring for others, leadership, and enthusiasm for what he does and his wife. A person that is willing to share his wisdom and all his expertise with us. Let's welcome our wonderful mentor and leader, Daughtrey. So let's
Thank you, Helena. Thank
everybody
you. It was
join for him, please.
wonderful introduction. And, I really appreciate you um, being here because I know that you're part of the whole Embajadores en Acción um, movement in Spanish. In some of the Spanish meetings, we've got 18, 19, 20 countries on. And so thank you. And by the way, I want to do want to bring up, I will be in Garden Grove at the event next
Wow.
week.
Oh,
So
way,
I don't
fantastic. Oh,
if you plan on
and
coming or not, but I'm coming. And also we're taking Alice. Alice is coming. She's out in Yuma, Arizona, but she's going to be coming this way and we're going to drive up together. So we'll be at the event. Okay.
fantastic. I look forward to see you there.
Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you joining in. We've got Kenya with us today. We've got St. Martin, Caribbean Ocean. We've got Texas. We've got California. We've got Anna in Colombia. We've got Sarit in Mexico, Mexico City. I remember Sarit. And we've got Lenovo. Hey, I've got a Lenovo laptop right here. So I don't think that's really the name, but thank you, Lenovo, for joining us. JT, thank you. And hi, Maddie. I see Maddie there. Today, I'm looking to see if there's anybody new. Diana, I know that Diana's been on before. We have Marcos Andrew. I don't know if that's Marcos Barrios. I would assume it probably is because he's got a Zig Ziglar post there. And it's true. Success is not the destination, but the journey. And you guys, look, today we're going to be talking a little bit about consistency and the importance in what, you know, things that to me, and I hope to you, are logical, but sometimes, and even I have a hard time trying to figure everything out. Like, why do people do this? And why do people do that? And what makes them tick, you know? And to me, it's common sense that if you want to succeed at anything, you have to be consistent at it. Life is not a lottery. It's not. And it's not meant to be. In fact, I just read the other day, somewhere, I can't remember where I read it, it's somewhere, maybe in the news or something, that some guy won a $300 million lottery and he's broke now. He's sad. He's worse off now than before he won the lottery because he didn't know what to do with it and everybody took advantage of him. He had all kinds of friends when he was rich and it's all gone. You see, the journey isn't just, about what you get. It's who you become. Nobody can ever take away your development. Nobody can ever take away your skills. All right. So it's the skill set that you get better at prospecting. You get better at business. You get better at presenting. You get better at communicating. You get better at leadership. Well, in that journey, it's not always going to be, fun. The journey is wonderful. That's what it's all about. But the journey also requires sacrifice. It requires effort. It requires work. Now, you can make it fun. You fall in love with it. That means you love everything about it. The challenges that come along with it, and there's challenges. I've had plenty of challenges. Then there's the emotion. You have to fall in love with the emotion, the ups and in fact, I learned this back in the 80s when I was getting started because I'm an emotional person. I get really emotional. And one of my mentors, he's now like he's probably close to being earning $1 billion in network marketing. He got involved back in 1980 in Herbalife, and that was before the first crash, Herbalife crash of 1984. And then he went and got another company. He's been at that same company since '84. So like I say, he's made about $1 billion. His name's Jeff Roberti. Some of you might have heard of him. But Jeff would say, look, your everything is magnified. It's all magnified because of the emotion of networking. You're dealing with people and people have emotions. And so, when somebody rejects you, it's emotional. When somebody, like I got a new team started in Colombia right now, I'm really excited about the team. So my emotions are in there. They signed up with fast starts, last week. They all got their fast start kits and they're coming from another company called Isogenics. And so, that's got me really excited. I'm like, all right, man, these guys can get to bronze. And then I got a message from one of my guys that you talk about emotional. One of my guys I have in an emerging market, I signed him up in the first part of April, first part of last month. He disappeared on me. Here, he signed up like right away. He got into his business, about 6 people within the first week. And then I didn't hear from him for a month. And I was getting worried. How do I reach this guy? All I have is his cell phone. He finally shows up night before last, Saturday night. He says, I'm sorry, Dave. My phone got stolen. I'm getting a new phone. He calls it his button phone. He goes, here's my button phone. If you need to call me on this phone. And I messaged him back. And there was a part of me that was like, I'm happy you're alive and everything's okay. But my gosh, don't do that to me. Because I take sponsorship seriously, you guys. When I sponsor somebody, to me, the journey is serious and I look forward to it, because I know there's gonna be highs and lows and emotion, but you're doing it together. How does all that happen? How do you get from point A, which is really, I call it first exposure, starting your business, to success? Now, I don't know what your definition of success is, and I don't even know if I don't even know if you know yourself. What is your definition of success? If the definition of success is, I just want to be rich, chances are it ain't going to happen. All right. Because you have to have a plan somewhere. All right. You have to have a destination. That's why we have ranks. That's why we have builder and builder elite and diamond elite and presidential elite and bronze elite, silver elite, gold elite, platinum and platinum elite. We have all those positions to give you goals. So when you get to one, you work towards the next one. And you do the things that a presidential diamond does to get to presidential diamond. It doesn't just happen on its own. Now, having said that, I will say this. There's one thing I really enjoy about this business. It's the element of mystery. That means that you might talk to someone, you're all excited, you're in For Life, you're starting your journey, and you talk to someone who talks to someone who talks to someone, and all of a sudden down below in another country, somebody on your 5th or 6th level catches wind of this and they take it very seriously. And maybe they've got some experience. You didn't know them. They're on your team, your organization, because of the networking. And that person goes out and becomes a diamond, presidential diamond, bronze, and they make it all the way to gold elite, platinum. Every platinum has an upline. Every gold has an upline except Dr. Robertson. He's frontline to the company. But everyone has someone up above. And you know what I find interesting? There's always someone up above in there, all right, that was blessed. The element of mystery played in their favor. I've got people in my organization that do 500,000 life points, 500,000, and yet they're not even a builder. They're an associate. Go figure. You're doing 500,000 a month of business and you're only an associate. You're maybe making a couple $100 when you could be making 20,000, 30,000, maybe even 40,000 a month. Those are the things I can't figure out. Don't know why, but everybody has their goals, their definition of success, whatever it may be. Now, I'm getting to my point here. The only way you will get to the numbers I just gave you is by being consistent. You have to be consistent. Month in, month out, day in, day out. Again, networking isn't something you just do, it's who you become. All right. I'm going to go I told my wife this morning, I'm going to go get a haircut today because we have this event coming up, this Saturday. So I figure, later today I'll go get a haircut. And the lady that cuts my hair is in the business. And I was thinking, I owe her a visit and talk to her and, talk about for life and whatnot. But I never met her before my haircut that I got a few months ago. All right. She's not actively out work, but I saw her before I went on before convention. I saw her. And when I went in, she goes, I got my Energy Go sticks right here in my drink. I'm drinking it. So she's actively using the products. All right. But she expressed a desire to want to build the business. And so I'm dripping on her. When I go see her today, I'm consistent, you guys. Now maybe the timing wasn't right for her when it came to building the business before. Maybe it'll be right today when I talk to her. Maybe it'll be right when I get my next haircut in 4 weeks. And maybe it'll be right like Dr. Bonnet. Check this one out, you guys. That group that I got from Isogenics that just signed up this past week, Dr. Bonnet, I met him 20 years ago. He's from the same country that Anna's from, but he's in Bucaramanga. All right. 20 years later, he's ready. He told me, he goes, Dave, when I met you 20 years ago, my daughter was just born. Well, now she's in college. She's studying medicine. And he's a doctor. All right. Timing is everything. So my question to you is, you're here with me today, and I thank you for that. Thank you very much. How's your timing? Are you ready? Doesn't matter if you've been in For Life for a year, 3 years, 4 years, none of that matters. What matters is today, right now. You can't play the game in your head. Well, I've been in For Life for 4 years and haven't really done anything. You know what? Okay, that's fine. Now's the time then. Now, think about it. The company's just getting better. We're going to talk about one of the new products here today. So the company's getting better. The company's growing. Our product line is growing. Commissions are growing. All right. I see, because, everybody I think knows here that like 90-something% of For Life is in my organization. And I can see the numbers. They're going up. Last month, my organization grew 1 million in 1 month, grew 1 million life points. So it's going the right direction. We did go through a lull. Things don't drop down a bit, but that's life. Everything in life is cyclical. It's cycles. All right. It just goes around. You have a rainy season in Kenya. Is it rainy season all year, every day? No, it's cyclical. Business is the same way. So consistency is about working through all the cycles, working through the rainstorm, working through the snow, working through the earthquake. I could probably make a song out of this. All right. So the point is, you be consistent. And the beauty of networking with For Life, you're not dependent. Now, write this one down when you're talking to someone. How would you like to have a business that's not dependent on one economy? All right. Things happen. Countries go through their economic cycles. Wouldn't you like to have a business that's all over the world and it's not based on one economy? If they're struggling in one area, guess what my message is? I like it when the economy is bad. I like it when there's crisis, personally, because when there's crisis, people start moving. It's like, I gotta do something. I can't die. I can't just lay on the floor and die. I gotta survive. So through my years of consistency, I'm always scouting, always looking, and I'm always doing something that one of my Brazilians said last week, and it's so true. He's one of my new bronzes, Leandro. He said, and today we have to say the person, he, she, who looks will find. And that's what this is all about. Consistently looking, consistently scouting, consistently asking questions through all the cycles of whatever it is we go through. All right. Over the weekend, I'm not a big TV person, but every now and then I do like to flip on a movie, and just happened to be a movie that was on. I think it was Friday night actually, and I just kind of caught. I'd already seen it, but I really like it. I caught about half of it. It's called The Big Short. Have any of you seen The Big Short? I love that movie. All right. And the reason I love it, it just goes to show how someone, and it's unfortunate, can take advantage of crisis. Now, during the 2007, 2008 Obama global economic crisis, many of you might remember that, okay? I was just like, I'm making over $100,000 a month. I went platinum at 06. So when I went platinum, my income went over 100, because a platinum check at that time was about 55,000, maybe 50,000 on top of your regular income. So I went over 100,000 in 2006. So when 2007, 2008 came, I wasn't paying attention to this big short, the housing market, everything crashing. And I remember driving down my street, seeing houses all for sale. Just all, and they're like not giving them away, but pretty close. Short selling them, trying to get rid of them because nobody could afford it. And didn't faze me at all. Right? So we do good in crisis, you guys. That's my point. We do well in crisis. Whenever there's a crisis, talk to people. Be consistent. Excuse me. Let me take a sip here, you guys. So in your messaging, when I'm talking to people, especially in crisis, I say, look, because they'll say, oh my gosh, eggs are so expensive. Everything's so expensive. Gasoline's so expensive. Wouldn't you like to not have to say that? Wouldn't you like to not have to worry about it? And then wouldn't you like to help other people not have to worry about it? I can show you. That's the attitude that we have to have consistently. No matter if you've had a bad hair day, or you're emotionally bothered by something, or if, and I understand that if there's something like, your house is getting flooded out in Nairobi and you got water up, flooding everything. Yeah, you got to take care of what you got to take care of. But people make excuses too. And one of my mentors always said to me, Dave, you can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. And it's true. So take care of the main thing. If you got a problem, take care of it, but get back to the main thing, which is consistently sharing this wonderful opportunity. And it is great, by the way. I don't know of any other opportunity where you can build a global business right from where you are, using all the tools that we have. You can be part of a community, and I thank you all. We've got 31 people on here today so far. Being part of our community, part of our family, part of our team, part of our movement, all right, of together building people through science, success, service, and satisfaction. Think about that. Together, you're not alone. So together building people, that's what it's about. Yes, in the process of building people, we're also going to move some bottles. There are going to be some people that are just customers, and I love my customers. I don't mean to say just customers. Love my customers. Love them all. But I'm going to move more bottles if I have more people So by bringing in people and helping them make money, helping them succeed, helping them build a business, everybody's a franchise. So together, building people through science, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes here, success, service, and satisfaction. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? And that's what I love about this. So in my messaging and talking, I'm very consistent about my messaging. I change things now and then, like now we have Age Pro. That's what we're going to talk about today, Age Pro, a little bit. But my messaging has changed a little bit, but I don't think my persona has changed much. Maybe it has a little bit because I never made $100,000 a month in my life before life. Got close, but never actually hit it. So I think there does become a bit of an element of confidence. But you have to be careful because when I talk to someone and I talk about these numbers like that, they're like, you're talking about a year? No, I'm talking about a month. Well, a lot of people can't comprehend that. So I have to be careful in my messaging. Let's talk about making $100. Let's talk about making $1,000 and then 2,000. And let's go from there. All right. So I've had to learn to basically communicate with the person at their level, because if not, I end up overselling. What's overselling? You can make $20,000. You can, but you have to consistently work at it. And it's not going to happen the first week, the first month, the first year. You're not going to make that kind of money. It might take you a decade. But let me ask you this. Where were you a decade ago? Were you making $20,000 a month a decade ago? Probably not. All right. So yeah, you can do it, but you have to believe you can do it. If others can do it, you can do it. So you have to be consistent. What do I consistently do every day? One, I got my system. All right. This is my system. I've got a fairly new pad going, but these are all my notes, on things that people I talk to, follow-ups I have to do, and one of my guys in Brazil, he showed me his last week. He's got it all color coded. Dave, all the greens, those are people that are customers, people I've talked to, they want to buy product. All the red people here, those are all the people that want to get started. And they're the ones who want to get to presidential diamond. So they're already in the business. They want to get, so he's got his follow-up system. I mean, so every day the guy is so busy. In fact, I always say, when you don't hear from someone you sponsor, if you sponsor someone and you don't hear from them, they're not like calling you like they were in the beginning. One of two reasons. A, they're so busy now working their business, they just don't have time to talk to you, the sponsor, because they're building a downline, not an upline. So they're just busy. Or B, out of sight, out of mind, they're off doing something else, they're not even thinking about you. Generally, it's B. But in the case of Anderson, it's A. I know that because he does message me on a regular basis. Messaged me last night. So how did that happen? How did I get Brazil going with Anderson? I didn't even know Anderson a little over 4 years ago. Networking. I met him through someone else, you see? So consistently look, consistently ask. Do you know anybody that would like to make some extra money? Do you know anybody that would like to be part of a community of together building people through science, success, and service with unique, innovative, patented, exclusive products that have an impact, a positive impact on people's lives? Do you know anybody? Ask. Maybe the person you're talking to is ready. Maybe they happen to know someone that's ready. Imagine if every single one of us here right now in this Zoom, this week, asked during the week, one a day, just on the weekdays, Monday through Friday. That's 5. That'd be 155 people that got asked, do you know anybody? Do you think it's possible that 150, someone will find someone? It might be Evelise. It might be Jillian. It could be J. Michael. It could be Mark. It could be Gabby. Could be Anna. Any one of us. You see, that's the strength in numbers and law of averages. And it only happens when you're consistent. When I started, guess what? I was working the power of one, me. Well, I had a joke about it. I said, there's 3 people on my team, me, myself, and I. All right. And that's how I started. But then that power of one became the power of 2, and then the power of 4, and the power of 8. Now, today, it's the power of hundreds of thousands since I've started this Zoom with all of you. Surely somewhere around the world, new people have signed up in my organization somewhere. Maybe under Juan or under Emilio, maybe under Mr. Sun in Korea, maybe under Videk's team out of Malaysia, or maybe under Mardian in Indonesia, or maybe it could be under Surit in Mexico City. The point is this: through consistency, the power of 1 becomes the power of 2, the power of 4, the power of 8, the power of 16. And that only happens if you continuously, day after day after day, week after week after week, month after month after month, look, ask, get out there, plant seeds with people, have a system, follow up, have something for fun. And even if it's your cell phone and you keep everything in your cell phone and you have a method of color coding. Now you can use the app for that, by the way, the 4Life app. You all know that you can look up contacts in your app. Very simple. Okay. Just open up your control panel, the 3 lines on the top, go to contacts, and you can always pull down your screen and it imports all your contacts, keep it updated, and go through and swipe them, categorize them. But if you don't consistently do that, it's all for naught. You have to go back and look again because they're going to change. You know, oh, this person already signed up. They're not a prospect anymore. They're in. Okay. This person, you know, I thought they were interested in the business. They're not. They're maybe a customer. Change them to customer. If you consistently do that, you can manage your business. All right. The only way that you can manage something, by the way, is if you measure it. All right. So it's all about being consistent, you guys, day in, day out, looking, asking, networking, inviting people to our community. We honestly should be getting hundreds of people on these Zooms, you know, on our Mentor Mondays, and I hope we do. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Maybe she's out here, Alice. We need to get Alice on here, Jillian. But maybe, hey, sweetie.
Alice is there. Dave.
Yes.
Is Alice here?
Yes.
Alice, where is she?
Alice post with little emojis. I'm not sure if she's able to talk, but you can see her with a little white logo and black.
Well, Claudia,
No,
you're with us too.
talk.
There's Alice. She's in her car driving. Nice to see you, Alice. Wonderful. Glad you're with us today. Thank you. Claudia, are you back home?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm excited to be home, but exhausted.
I mean, my gosh, you went to Utah. In fact, you went to Florida, then you went to Utah, then you drove to Arizona, out to San Diego, up to LA, back to Canada, and then to Florida again?
Yes, I picked up my family and made a we had been planning this family trip for over a year and a half, but they were too close, to be honest. But I just couldn't wait any longer. Like, we just had to do it. I think it was a little too close for my body, but we had an amazing time. We went to Coco, that 2 dreams, you know, the kids want to go to Disney, and then they also wanted to go to the ocean, not to the Pacific, to the ocean. And we were saying that we're like, oh my gosh, 8 days ago I was touching the Pacific, and I'm starting to feel like Dave finally.
Touching the Atlantic, you know, that's great.
Touching the Atlantic in a week, right?
being active and doing that, you know. I mean, I've been to 106 countries. Most of you know that, and I'm telling you, the world's an interesting place. It's wonderful. But we're going to get into talking about a product now, Age Pro, a little bit about that. So I don't know if anybody's new here or not, but 4Life one of the things I love about For Life is the fact that they're consistent. Why is it we've been around for 26 years? Why is it that they've paid us over $2 billion in commissions? That's to my team, by the way. Over 2 billion. It's actually approaching 3. It's like 2.8 billion now. I've got 212, Gabby and I have 212 millionaires in our organization. You know, and if you wonder why aren't they on these Zooms? They're all independent. You know, they're doing their own Zooms. They're doing their own thing. They don't need me. I mean, I'll be seeing one of them, or actually a couple of them, in LA on Saturday. I'm going up to do an event with some of them. You know, so yeah, we get out and support them and work with them. But my point is this: For Life is a company that for 26 years now has consistently done research, base everything on real science. They challenge science. Always, that's the only way you get innovation, is by challenging science, looking. And when you look, you find. They found transfer factor, an obscure patent from many, and that's expired. You know, David Lisenby now has built patent upon patent. Over 80 patents we have at For Life, but it all began with transfer factor. All right. Now, there's been some new things they've learned about transfer factor science that they'll be unveiling, you know, probably between now and next convention. So they're consistently doing the research. That's how companies stick around. I see all these companies come and go, because they might have something that might seem exciting at first, but over the years, things happen, the company dies. I see it time and time again. With For Life, though, they're always bringing us something exciting, new. I want to talk about Age Pro. All right. Now, the funny thing is, I had no idea when For Life made the announcement about this new product, what was in it. You know, I knew it had something anti-aging, but I'd already done some research on this. Where am I here? I'm on page 2. Let me go back to page 1. Okay, there I am. Okay, that's called NMN. All right, so what I want to do with you guys today is this. This is what I consistently do. Okay, I heard about NMN. How did I hear about NMN over a year ago? Because I listened to YouTube. I actually go to sleep at night with a mask on. It's got little speakers in it. Now, you don't have to do that, but you can do it in your car, if you're on the bus. You know, don't just listen to music. Listen to something that, you know, gives you bread for the head, you know? And I listen to people like David Sinclair. You know, I've got his book. It's actually up here. His book, anti-aging book. All right. He's a Harvard professor, you know, on anti-aging. And I heard about NMN. All right. Nicotinamide mononucleotide. All right. And we're going to look it up right now. All right. But when I heard about it, it could have gone in one ear and out the other. But I thought, you know what? And here's the ironic thing. Not ironic, but kind of funny. So about, I don't know, 4 months ago, I get a message from Dr. Ogina. In fact, Dr. Ogina is probably with us here. And he says to me, I'm actually looking to see if I can find it to read it to you guys. He says, Ogina. It shouldn't be that far back. Okay, here we go. He says, he asked me, he said, hey, Dave, can you ask the company to look into NMN? And the funny thing is, I had just learned about the new product because being a platinum, they tell us before. And anyhow, it's funny he had said that. He asked me about it because Dr. Ogina also keeps his eyes and ears open about what's going on out there in the health and wellness world. That's what we do. We're in health and wellness. And so when I learned about NMN, I immediately, got me some. Okay. I take it and I give it to Odin. He's on the sofa behind me right now, resting. But I put it in Odin's food. I want him to live to 100 too. Okay. And Gabby's taking it now as well. All right. So we're going to talk about this. Age Pro. Okay. Age Pro. So let's start by doing this. I'm going to share my screen. And actually, let me get a new window open here. This is what I do, you guys. All right. Now I can share my screen. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay. So I'm actually curious before I even get started, and I'll try not to run long today, you guys, but I want to ask you all. All right, let me get back here to my Zoom. I guess I have to stop showing my screen. How many of you, why is it doing that for? Hang on a second, you guys. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, stop. I've got a 4-foot wide monitor, so things get lost sometimes. How many of you have researched already NMN? It's okay if you haven't. Anna has. Nice, Anna. Wonderful. Okay. Claudia. Okay. Evelise. Wonderful. Helena. Great. Okay. We're going to do it together. You guys, talk about this product. Look, I know you may not have it in your country yet, but like Kenya, you guys are going to be getting it. All right. Learn about it. Here in the US, we have it. All right. So let me share my screen again real quick. Where did it go? I don't know how that happens. Hang on, you guys. Might have to open up a new window again. Oh, there we go. Okay, share screen. Okay, so y'all should be able to see my screen now. So let's look up real quick. NMN. That's the first hit. NMN supplement. Science behind NMN, a stable, reliable NAD. Now we're going to get to NAD in a minute, okay? So let's take a look here. National Institute of Health. That's the government, all right? You can read about it, all right? So there's one place you can read about it. Now you don't have to get into mTOR and AMPK, and all this stuff, all right? But if you just do a little bit of reading, you're going to learn it. And I find it fascinating, by the way. All right. Let's go back. Let's get out of the National Institute of Health, though, and look up NMN benefits. This is from Forbes. All right. Nicotinamide mononucleotide. All right. So you can read about it here. All right. So it says, I'm trying to find exactly where it talks about all the benefits here. Okay. So basically, just in a nutshell, so y'all know, NMN, what it does, all right, it's a precursor, which means it actually increases production of something. So what does NMN do? It's a naturally occurring molecule that, chemically speaking, classifies as a bioactive nucleotide. Okay, again, when you talk to people about that, if you say it that way, you're going to look real smart, all right? But be able to explain a little bit, right? It's a precursor of nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, which is NAD or NAD plus, all right? So what it does, it's a driving force in the body's production of NAD, all right? So what does, now here's my way. If I'm going to talk to someone, I'm going to say NMN, we've learned that when you take NMN, it increases the production of something called NAD. All right. So what happens if you increase the production of this NAD in your body? We'll look it up right now. Now, having said that, here's where the 4Life difference comes in. 4Life does research and they study. They have found that when they combine in our product Age Pro, because you can get NMN anywhere. I got this on Amazon, all right? You can get NMN anywhere. But what you can't get a synergistic combination that actually works better than pure NMN. They've learned that when you combine some other elements, mainly white button mushroom, right? 4Life has exclusivity on this formula. By combining together NMN with white button mushroom and a few other components, they get a synergistic effect that increases even more NAD levels in your body. So I kind of look at it like this. You've all heard this. Good, better, best. All right, I can take NMN and it's good. I can go out there and buy a product, maybe it's got NMN, something else might be in it where it's a little bit better. But if you want the best, there's no product in the world other than 4Life's Age Pro that can increase to the level that no other product can your production of NAD. Let's look up NAD. This is what I do, you guys, consistently. I don't want to just say, take Age Pro. I guess you could. You could play the, I guess, fake it till you make it. You could just say, hey, try this. You're going to feel great. And maybe your influence is so wonderful, so great that everybody you tell that to is going to say, I want it, I want it, I want it, I'll do it. But imagine this. Imagine if you come from a position of knowledge. You know what's going to happen? Some people are going to look at you like, huh? NAD, NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide? What? Well, guess what? It feels good when you talk to someone and you come from a position of knowledge and they're like, how'd you know that? I read, I studied, I learned it. You know what? I got something up here called a brain. Excuse me, guys. I'm not trying to be demeaning here. I'm not making fun of anybody, but it's true. Knowledge creates confidence, and confidence creates action. So maybe you've not taken the time to really get in and learn something. Now is the time to start. Start. And guess what's going to happen? People around you are going to look at you differently. They're going to go, huh? And then guess what? All of a sudden, you're going to have people following you. And they're going to say, you know what? This person, they sound like they know what they're talking about. And the ones that don't, they don't. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But as you consistently build, you get better. You get smarter. You learn. All right. So let's go back now and let's look up NAD. All right. This is what I do. All right. I don't do anything different. This is how I get my knowledge. All right. We're going to do it two ways, by the way. We're going to do it, first of all, just by going on the internet. Share screen. All right. So there's NMN. We basically know NMN increases NAD. That's basically the main benefit, right? The main benefit of NMN is it increases the production of NAD, which is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. And you don't have to say that because it can get really confusing, all right? Just NMN increases your production of NAD. Now, you need to know what NAD is. So let's take a look here. Let's look it up. NAD plus. And just type it in Google. Look at all these supplements here, all these supplements. NAD at home, life extension, nicotinamide riboside, NAD plus injections. Oh, interesting. NAD. Okay. So let's just take a look here. The role of NAD in regenerative medicine. All right, that looks like an interesting one. Oh, National Institute of Health again. Well, that's the government, all right? Understanding of molecular, all right? So they're going to get into it pretty deep here, okay? Let's just look at it. Skin aging, all right? Let's see. So as you age, you get reduced production of collagen, All right. Degradation of extracellular matrix, reduction of epidermal thickness. All right. Reduced cell turnover. So basically, ensure effective DNA repair. All right, that's important. Is it important to repair your DNA? That's what NAD does. Oh, look at that. Telomerase reactivation. We've heard about telomerase in 4Life, haven't we? Gold factor. Telomerase is an enzyme. If you activate telomerase, it protects your telomeres. Those are the tails on your chromosomes. So you age slower. Wouldn't you like to age slower, you guys? Wouldn't you like to be 80 and look like you're 40 and feel like you're 20? Huh? All right. So telomerase reactivation, epigenetic reprogramming to a more youthful state. Who wouldn't want that? Would you guys like to have reprogramming to a more youthful state? Take your cell phones out and take a picture of this. Memorize it. Activation of autophagy to remove damaged proteins. We all have zombie cells. You know what zombie cells are? You have them. And the more you have, the older you're going to look. There's cells that have no function whatsoever. So technically, they're dead, but they've not been removed from your body. They're just still floating around in your body and they do damage. There's no purpose. They're zombies. You guys all seen the what's it called? The Living Dead. All right. You want a bunch of zombies in your body? Well, right here, autophagy, that's basically the removal of zombie cells. Well, activate autophagy. Hormetic compounds to mimic favorable energy sensing. A little bit more energy. Oh, look at this one. The removal of dysfunctional mitochondria. What's mitochondria? Look that one up. I mean, I've done a lot of listening. And when I go, like I said, go to bed at night and I listen to YouTube. That's my favorite thing to do. Now, lately I've been listening to history. Last night I listened to the Byzantium Empire, right? Which is like the Roman Empire. I love history. But many nights I listen for a long time, I listen to mitochondria health. Mitochondria is the life force of your cells. No mitochondria, you're dead. Why do people die of cancer? Because they are not producing enough mitochondria in order to fight it. You have to have energy. Energy comes from mitochondria. So wouldn't you like to remove dysfunctional mitochondria and healthy mitochondria so you have that energy, that life force, that vitality? Here you go. Removal of senescent cells. Those senescent cells, by the way, those are your zombie cells. Autophagy does the same thing, but I guess NAD activating it removes senescent cells. Stem cell-based therapies reduce chronic inflammation. All right. So you guys, we just looked up one, and that's the National Institute of Health. Take the time to look up NAD. In fact, I think it's more important to understand the benefits of NAD plus. There's a plus at the end of it, activation. And then just know that this product, Age Pro, what does it do? Because that's NMN, so you can tell the ingredients. All right. In fact, real quick, let's do this, and then we'll finish up here. I love this stuff, by the way, you guys. I eat this stuff up. And it's fun. When you start talking to someone, we're the only company in the world that has this product that increases to a level that no other product can. NAD production is all these wonderful things. So what I want to do here, excuse me, I have to, let me just do this. Hang on, you guys, I apologize. I have to move one screen to make it a little easier here. All right, share again. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? forlife.com.
We're not seeing your screen. We see you.
Oh, you're seeing me. Let me go back to share screen again. Now, can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Go to For Life. In fact, you can use your app. All right. And I am going to assume that they have in here now, there's Age Pro right there. All right. So if I go to Age Pro and click on it.
Don't forget to tell about
Okay. So here you go right here. There's your ingredients right there. There's your NMN, 300 milligrams. All right. And if you look down here, let's see, nano factor, oval factor. There's our it's got transfer factor, of course. There we go. White button mushroom. You see that, you guys? Take the time to look that up. What are the benefits of white button mushroom? But this is a synergistic complex that's been added to the NMN. All right. And honestly, alpha ketoglutarate, alpha ketoglutarate. Got to practice those. All right. I honestly haven't even looked that one up. So just for the fun of it, let's take a minute here and look it up. Alpha ketoglutarate. Alpha ketoglutarate is a biological substance that plays important roles in cell metabolism and physiology. AKG, it's known as, synthesized from glucose or oxaloacetate plus pyruvate as an intermediate of the. Okay, so this is getting a little technical here. Excuse me. Let's see what it says here. Okay, cycle determining overall rate of citric acid cycle. Oh, okay, Krebs cycle. Nitrogen scavenger and source of glutamate and glutamine, stimulates protein synthesis and inhibits protein degradation. There you go. Boom. So now you know what AKG does. It stimulates protein synthesis and it inhibits protein degradation in your muscles. All right. So there you go. So now we know that. Wouldn't you like to inhibit the protein degradation in your muscles? Wouldn't you like to have nice, healthy muscles? Well, that's all part of anti-aging. So there you go. So there's what's in our Age Pro. Learn it. All right. Memorize it. So I'm just going to say AKG. I'm not going to try to say alpha ketoglutarate, but AKG. All right. And the white button mushroom, extremely important. Okay. So that's on the For Life website. Excuse me. Age Pro Experience. I'm going to, and by the way, when you look at a product, it tells you right here, antioxidant, healthy aging. It tells you the function, immune system, because it got transfer factor, overall wellness, cellular health. Read about it right there. There's the benefits. All right. It's all right there. Okay. Additional information, click on the product info. That's the product profile. Now, if I click on it, I don't think you guys can see it. Maybe you can. Can you guys see this, Claudia?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wonderful. There it is right there. Okay. You guys go get this. Learn about Age Pro. Read about it. What are the benefits of it? All right. That's the difference between somebody making tens of thousands of dollars a month and somebody making very little. You take the time to learn the product that you're going to be sharing with people to bring them into our community. Now, at the end of the day, we want people making money, but wouldn't you like to have 100, maybe 1,000, maybe 100,000 people on your team, all right, that's part of your family, and they're out talking about it, sharing it with people. That's what we're doing. So with that, we're already 3 minutes after the hour. I thank you guys. Hopefully you got something out of today's Mentor Monday. Consistency, taking the time to learn, educate yourself. And one other thing I want to say, Gabby brought it to me, is the new app. There's an app that the company is going to be unveiling. I don't know exactly when, but all of us will be able to measure our IgA, your immunoglobulin antigens in your saliva through this app on your cell phone. It's probably something to do with the light and the camera that will actually measure IgA levels. We all know that when you take transfer factor, you get a tremendous increase of your first line of defense right away. And that protects your mouth. I mean, think about it. How many things go through your mouth every day? So it increases your defense of your throat, upper respiratory. That's all your part of your IgA. Okay. So this app, you'll be able to actually measure someone before and after they use our product. Helena, you got your hand up. You have to unmute.
Yes. First of all, I want to say thank you for all the fantastic training today, the mentoring. And I just want to share, this is a H Pro is just the most amazing thing. I was going through a problem with my heart, and I've been incredible. I was walking 1 mile and resting many times in between. Now I'm able to walk 2 miles and almost not resting. I've been
Nice.
sleeping like a baby since I started taking it, and I've been for months been
Nice.
able to sleep well. And since I started taking it, wow, that was amazing. So thank you for all that. But I just wanted to remind everybody, please to check on our chat and the English official. And don't forget tonight at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, we have the real talk. It's going to be amazing. It's about the dancing negotiated. So I think it's going to be fun. Tuesday, training, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time with our wonderful Claudia Bojorquez, and it's the rules of essentialism. So don't miss it. Show will be our incredible host, and Claudia, our speaker. Wednesday, don't forget, we have a business opportunity meeting, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then Thursday, 1 p.m. business opportunity, 1 p.m. Don't miss it, because if you have people in Europe and other countries, they can, that's why this is done about 1 p.m. so somebody else can join us. So have a wonderful week, and it's been a pleasure to be here. And thank you, David, for all that.
Oh, thank you, Helena. Thanks for hosting. We have one hand up, and I did want to pass it to Gabby real quick to close out, because she'll be doing it in Spanish, the Mentor Monday today with Claudia. Yolanda Cuevas, I'm going to unmute you. Looks like you're driving. You have your hand up.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you? Well, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm from Chicago. I'm either too early or too late. Every time I want you guys join, I can't figure out the time, but I'm gonna do better. However, I want to change about H Pro. Two amazing things since I got a product. My nails have got so strong. I've been hairdresser. I could never have a strong nails because too much water, too much chemicals on it. So my nails are very, very strong. I'm so happy about that. But another thing that's so great, I start running. My energy, my optimism to live to do is so amazing. I start running, and it is so, so great the way I feel. It really, H Pro gives me that energy that I was looking for, that I was kind of getting it with other supplements. But this one, it was, great. Great. My mentality is so focused. My optimism is so great. And I can stop telling everybody, you should know, you should get it, you should have it, you deserve it, you need it, you should be in this, because it's for the future. So thank you, David, for hosting this hour. And sorry for being late.
Thank you, Yolanda. Look, there's so many stories, but the only way you know is by using it, trying it,
Yes.
So I want to encourage everybody, try H Pro. Again, For Life spends a lot of time researching, investigating. Then they got to go through all the studies,
Mhm.
They have to validate and substantiate. Some of these products, you guys, take years. from
Yes.
concept, from the time of a concept to the time we get it. This new one that we're going to be getting that I'm so excited about. I wish we had it now as well, but understand everything has its timing. But you know, it also is a product that I feel is going to be great for anti-aging. But I think it's something that can be a worldwide launch too, by the way. So anyhow, having said that, I want to pass it to Gabby to close this out real quick. No, I apologize. First, we're going to go to
Say the
Jillian.
last thing? David, can I say the last thing?
Sure.
Okay. I noticed this at the convention that the world has the product that every human need, which is age pro. My prediction is that David Lisenby will be the trillionaire in the world because he has the product that every single body needs. Also, if we stay in the business, we are going to be the next millionaires or billionaires just because we are running behind David Lisenby. And since I'm so excited about it, guess what am I doing right now? I'm driving. I go to prospect people right now for either the business or either the product. That's all. Sorry.
Nice. Nice. Love your energy, Yolanda. Look, that's the consistency we're talking about. You continue to do that week after week, month after month. It's impossible to not build a great network because we've got the products. We've got incredible products. We've got the people. We've got, in fact, you mentioned David Lisenby. A company's culture begins with its founders. That's the culture it creates. You know, and I don't like talking negative about other companies, but look, I've been doing this for a long time. I can see when there's a culture in a company that is destructive. There's a company in Brazil right now that's going down in flames. They were $1 billion company at one point. It is really because of the culture. Bad culture. All right. People cutting people, people hurting people. It's more like together destroying people, you know, and unfortunately that's how it is. But with us, we're a community, we're a culture of love, service, all right, helping people, educating, you know, and it's all wellness, health and wellness. Jillian, I'm going to pass it to you real quick. I know you have also an announcement, and then we'll give it to Gabby to close.
Thank you. All right, so great call today, and I just I'm hearing so many amazing testimonials that we sometimes talk amongst ourselves. Like we were so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I got to share this, got to share this, got to share this. But one of the things that I see as an opportunity, and if others who are in the direct selling world, what we find that helps people convert, because it is all about conversion, is to give them a forum where we can send people these testimonials, a safe space where we can send people to show them the value of what we have in our hands. So that's one of the reasons why I want to talk about that group. That is not my group. This is now officially has been transitioned over to Dave Daughtrey's group. So what started out with an idea is now starting to grow. And the Time for Life group, which I've shared inside the chat, is now under the umbrella and sponsored by Dave Daughtrey's Upline Pro. Now, you know, we've been talking about his brand, we've been talking about, you know, his idea, his professional, you know, networking background, and he's got a vision of leaving a legacy. That also means having a place to send people to hear those testimonials. People need to hear the testimonials right away, right? They need to see it. So what better way to be able to, I'm in conversation with somebody, it says, and somebody tells me, you know, like they have a problem. You know what, girlfriend, I have a solution for you. And you know what, you may not, I don't have a lot of time to go over everything. I just want you to hear the testimonials. Do you trust me? Yes, I do. Okay, come on over. Let me just show you. And you invite them to the group and you tag them if they're willing to be tagged on a testimonial that makes sense for them. So right now, I'm really excited to say that we have Dave's inside the group right now is a Upline Pro. You can join the group if you're not in it already, but I'll just share my screen Dave, so they can see the guides, if that's okay?
Yep,
Can you-
let me go ahead and let me get out then. I was
Okay.
just showing them while you were talking. Go ahead.
I can't share. You have to give me
Oh,
permission to share. Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
there you go.
All right, so let me just share my screen and let me just find the. All right, so everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so this is the Time for Life group, just so you guys know. Anybody is invited to this from the For Life family that would like to learn more about what's going on. All of the trainings that we have with Dr. Ronnie, Dr. Regina, they're all saved under the guides. And the guides clicked here, we save them. I try to get, as soon as I get a recording, they get uploaded. Even the Age Pro, that YouTube video, I try to share them inside here for everybody. But the exciting part is that this is now affiliated for Upline Pro. And Upline Pro is Dave's new brand, and we're still working on building this out. But this is going to be where you're going to see a lot of messaging about Dave's training, his professional networking, and but here's an image of his logo that is very clean. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, I've got so many posts in here now. But if you can get in there and get in the habits, there's this. Did you guys see it? Sorry, my internet's.
Yeah, it went by.
Yeah, okay. My internet's a bit iffy because I am on an island, and Dave did jinx me about the hurricane. Thank you very much, Dave. But Upline Pro, is very clean, but we can elaborate on the logo. But this is going to go out there everywhere for Dave's message, and I'd like you to just quickly talk about what that vision is, Dave. But just so you know, like I said, inside the guides, okay, there's a section on testimonials. Right now, I have about 24 testimonials that have been saved in here, but there's also documents, science documents, or things that are out, not just within For Life, but things I found that might be useful for conversion. Make sure you're taking the time to go through here. And if you think somebody has a problem, like say they have a problem with an allergy, what better way to overcome a conversion by having somebody read that story of somebody's problem and being solved by For Life. This is for everybody. This is a process of what we call add tag message. You add somebody to the community, you tag them on the solution for the problem, and you message them and say, how did that work for you? What did that make you feel? And 9 times out of 10, that person wants to know how to get that product. Okay. So please leverage that for your team. It has nothing to do with my team. It's about Dave's team. So this is one of the reasons why I want you guys to be aware of the affiliation. Okay. All right, guys.
Thank you, Jillian.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be doing a training on ag tag message for those maybe not used to that term, but it's something that was, I didn't have to worry about conversation. There's an easy conversion right away. It's all about emotional drive and being able to show the problem and offer a solution right away. And, they see a community. Right now, we only have 348 members, but if you look at other MLM companies, they'll have a testimonial group up to thousands of 20,000 people. That's where we want to be at. We want to have everybody like supporting. The more, testimonials we have, the bigger it is. So you should be bringing not just your teammates. This is for your customers. Any customer that has a problem, you add them to a community like this. Any English customer has a problem, you invite them to this community because we have a solution for them. We may not be able to publicly put it out there on social media in some cases, but we can do it inside a private community.
Right.
Does that make sense, guys? All right, thanks.
No, absolutely, Jillian. And real quick, let me just share with you the whole vision of Upline Pro so y'all understand. I just feel personally after, Jillian, go ahead if you don't mind and go ahead and unshare your screen there.
I'm trying to do that. Can you,
So Upline Pro, again, I feel after 43 years of being in this industry, I feel that I have something to offer people that want to develop and learn and grow. And I'm not a controlling person, which means that I don't say that it's all about my team. If I had been that way, I wouldn't have some of the great leaders I have, from Jeff Outgilbers to Dr. Edward, to Mr. Sun in Korea, to the youngest gold of all time, Kai Shin in Malaysia, and I'm just not a controlling person. What I'm getting at is this: Upline Pro is meant to be a tool, a community, a place where people can come and participate and learn. Because at the end of the day, for all of us, it's about development. It's about growth. All right. Well, I'm not going to be on this planet forever. All right. But I want Upline Pro to be a place that people can go and they can get what they need to grow and learn and develop. And if at the end of the day, you end up writing 20 books on network marketing and they're #1 bestsellers in the New York Times, and you've got 1 million people following you, wonderful. That's what it's about, you see. So I want to bring as many people as we can into Upline Pro that want to participate in the process of development, of growing. All right. And I just feel that I can offer, a lot of knowledge and training to help people. So there's going to be videos and tutorials and all kinds of things where people can come. It's like a little university, if you will. And then Time for Life, that's the place where you can go and hear testimonies privately. We can't put them out there publicly because we get in trouble, you see, because we're not doctors really, all right? But people have personal testimonies. They're entitled to share their personal testimony privately. So there you go. With that, let me pass it to Gabby, and she'll finish up, sweetie. The microphone is yours.
Thank you everyone for being here. There's no doubt that H Pro is one of those products that we need to do a little homework on. And obviously our testimonies are very powerful. I've heard a lot of people say different things, and it addresses basically, and as we use this product, it addresses the things that we notice because we're growing older. I don't want to say older, but we want to grow younger. We want to be able to get up without feeling the aches of our joints. But this is just a product. We also need to exercise, to eat better, to go outside and ground ourselves. That's something that during this COVID crisis that Dave and I went through, you have no idea how much that helped me too. Just feeling the ground, just feeling the grass, feeling the sun for a few minutes. It's very nurturing. A supplement is wonderful, but we also need to do our part to, here in the States, the food is horrible. The food is horrible. We have genetically modified food, we have pesticides, we have this, we have that. But that's just the way it is. But one thing that, Dave did mention, and I was looking through our, my slides that I took a screenshot of Kelly's PowerPoint, and the white button mushroom is exclusive to 4Life. And it does help break down and reuse old cell parts, making our cells function better. That's what basically she explains here. And it does support the and eliminate zombie cells. Now, zombie cells, I was looking into a product before I even knew we were going to have something like this. And a bottle of a product that was going to just eliminate zombie cells was going to run $150, and it was just going to eliminate zombie cells. So there are products out there that do this, but not to the level of H Pro. Like I said, we have to do a little homework to be able to explain why H Pro is necessary. everybody needs it. Everybody. And the sooner you take it, the younger you are, the better. I mean, wouldn't you like to look 40 when you're 60? Or feel 40 when you're 60? I mean, it depends on how you feel. But I mean, I am just honored that our company has this. And it's something that, oh, besides all that, we have transfer factor in this product. And it's amazing. For me, this is one of those genius products. Nobody else has it out there. So do a little homework, and that way you can explain it. You can explain it to people. So with that, we still have until the end of the month, the company in the US markets has given us the special on our shop of the 3-pack of Age Pro. So take advantage of that, because being the month of, being this month, we won't always have those kind of specials. And just so you know, we may or may not have in the US market this the Energy Go Shot may become available again.
They're coming out with a promotion on the Go Shot. I think beginning today or tomorrow. You guys, if it's available to you and you can get it, get some Energy Go Shot. All right, because if they sell out this month, they're going to go ahead and reproduce it. They're going to keep going. So, and I love that product. It's a great product. I mean, I opened one up. Yeah, I haven't had mine this morning yet, but just open it up, drink it, boom, energy, instant.
So yes, I highly recommend, if you did not get to go to convention, please, and it comes up in the US market, it's going to be on our shop menu. Obviously, we're going to have a notice, right? They're going to give us a notice, but it's a good concept, actually. There's 6 to a box, and I had one around here somewhere. I don't know where it went, but it's great. It's a great product, and obviously, I still love our little packets of energy. It's just so much easier to carry with me. But if you're on the go and you need energy, please try this. It's amazing. So thank you very much, everyone. We love you. And for those of you that are going to be able to get on Real Talk tonight, we'll see you then. Thank you.
All right, you guys, I'm going to unmute everybody. Send some energy, some love this way. Share it with everybody. Keep going. Keep growing. All right. Consistency. Consistency.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Helena. Thank you,
Thank you,
Gabby.
everyone. Thank you for being here.
consistent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This was
Thank you,
awesome.
Yolanda and
Thank you.
Helena, for
Bye-bye.
the testimonials.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, bye.
Get an Age Pro.
Bye.